Not during the session.
Last time on Out of the Abyss, you all visited Blingdenstone to do a little shopping, say hi to some folks, where you discovered that a cult of Druidblix has been festering its slippery little tendrils. You found this out through hearing about the fact that slime is now very popular in Blingdenstone. There's a shop that opened up and sells glittery slime to the kids. And also you found out that the temples of Calarduran, Smooth Hands, and Segojin have been regularly defaced with like Nickelodeon amounts of slime. And so you've decided to get to the bottom of that. The way this is going to work, I know that I said last week, like, oh, you just happen to know what time they're going to be at the place so you can stake out. I actually think since we're starting this session, I'm going to break this up into 3 phases. We're going to do a skill check adventure with maybe some combat or maybe some lots of role play. We're going to have 3 phases. Phase 1, setup and information gathering. Phase 2, prepping all of your traps and your ambush and all of that. And then phase 3 will be just the seeing what happened. Like phase 3 is literally just the aftermath, what happens. What you're going to do is for each phase, you guys are going to tell me what you are doing to contribute to your goal. And then if you need to make a skill check, I will ask for a roll and you get to tell me what you would like to roll and what you would like to do. The more believable and makes sensey it is, the lower the DC is going to be. If you say something utterly ridiculous that doesn't, like you're really doing some mental gymnastics to make it happen, the DC will probably be higher. But you will be able to use skills that you believe you're good at. If you do 2 skill checks that use the same skill in a row, so like if Cora is only using nature checks all in a row, the subsequent ones will be at disadvantage until you use something else. This is to encourage you to use different skills. I will be secretly keeping track of your successes and your fails. And you need to get more each phase is a little bit differently, and it just really has to do with what you're doing. But essentially, a typical system like this, you'll want to get 4 skill successes before you get 2 failures. And every time failures happen, an event might take place that might hinder you, but successes might help you. The choices you make from each phase will carry on to the next phase. And this is going to be very free form, lots of improv, and I just have events written out, and you can do what you want. You can do what you want, but I've got all kinds of little informations that you might want to get. So.
Yeah. What was phase 1 again?
Information gathering. So you actually don't know when they're going to strike next. So that's what I'm retconning. You need to possibly ask around town. Maybe you want to go talk to Dorbo and Senny Digomatic. Talk to the slime people. You need to get info on when they're going to strike and where they're going to strike. That way you can have ample time to get there and prepare. And because if you time it wrong, then they might ambush you.
So, a quick question.
Yes.
When you said the same skill, what if we're using the same, like, attribute? Does that matter? Like,
no, just like you can't
so
use...
deception and persuasion will be fine to use interchangeable.
Yeah. So like, don't use sleight of hand twice. Use sleight of hand and then use deception. You know. But explain it to me how you're using it.
I think maybe Pradix is wondering, like, because both of her examples were charisma-based check.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Okay. Just as long as it's not deception twice.
Yeah.
What if I'm only using those 2?
Yeah, if you want to swap back and forth. As long as what you're doing is making sense, And I will now. Here's the thing: like you can be like, I want to make a roll. Remember, if you fail, it's going to add to your failures. So this you don't want to just be like rolling all the time because you might, again, if it's ridiculous, the DC is going to be a little higher, and you might fail. So you want to be kind of like strategic.
Cool.
So you all are discussing all of this over at the foaming mug. You all have your little root beers, and oh, you can also use. I think Catper is with you, so you can call on Catper to help.
Cool.
So, what
okay.
do you guys want to do?
So we're at the. Did you say the foaming mug?
Yeah. In fact, let me show you where that is on the map, because
was the foaming mug was where, not where the defacement had happened, right? That's
no.
Okay.
The foaming mug is where you all stayed at with Tabby.
Oh my god.
Okay.
When I zoom out, you can't even see where I'm pinging because it's so
I know.
small.
This map is to scale.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Oh my god, it is so small. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the full size of Blingdenstone. So
It's like we're in Baldur's Gate or something.
I will put this over here. Oh shoot. Yeah. God. Over here is the foaming mug. That's too big.
But in that little crevasse.
Oh, you can't see it,
This
can
little
you?
area.
Yeah, that whole area. This is the foaming mug.
Mm-hmm.
And there's probably different rooms for people.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know that one of the temples is likely to be targeted. How would you like to gather information? Do you want me to make a turn initiative and just go one by one, or do you want to just chirp in when you have an idea?
I'm
I
down
think turn
for
initiative would
either.
make this like cleaner and go smoothly.
Okay. Roll initiative.
It's organized.
So are we splitting the party or?
Essentially,
Maybe.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Up to you guys.
Yeah, we can go together if you guys want.
Yeah. Gosh dang it. Hold on. Let me grab you all, put you in combat so that we can roll.
Turn-based mode enabled.
That's right.
Okay, I'm casting minor
Wait,
illusion.
Wait, who turned on turn-based mode?
We're all frozen. This is incredibly awkward.
I'm going to go ahead and...
I
Do you guys
really
want to
would
roll your
prefer
initiative,
to
or do you want me
finish
to do it for you?
I wanna
can
do
roll.
it.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Wanna do the thing.
I wanna do it.
I'm gonna roll really low, also. This is fine.
Wow.
I rolled
Same
it. This is
initiative
going
as
great,
Cora.
guys. This is going great.
I rolled a 6!
Cora, I think you have a higher
Yeah.
dex than Yaslin.
Yeah.
Okay, Cora. What would you like to do?
I would like to go to the. It was the Stoneheart Enclave with what's his face, right?
No.
The Standing Stone is
Sorry, that one.
Garnip,
Yeah, Gurnip.
and
Okay.
Ruby in the Rough is
So are we
Glyphic.
retconning that like we haven't investigated there yet?
You know a little bit about there. You have been there. You just don't know when they're coming next.
Okay. We don't know anything about the Ruby in the Rough, though.
Yeah, you haven't visited Ruby in the Rough yet.
Okay, I would like to investigate the Ruby in the Rough.
Okay. Okay, this is how I'm going to do it. That's what we're going to go down the list. You all are going to tell me what your plans are, and then we will resolve them one at a time.
Okay.
So you're going to go the Ruby in the Rough. Yaslin, what are you going to do?
Yaslin is probably going to go to the Diggermatics and
Okay.
see what information they would have.
Okay. Who is next? Nicole.
Nicole will go with Cora to the Ruby in the Rough, but he will specifically be seeking out Jadger.
Oh, the ghost.
Hmm?
Okay.
Speak with dead.
Speak with dead willingly without spell.
Yeah.
Okay. And Kothar?
Speak with dead, in parentheses, mundane. I'm going to stay behind,
Ritual.
and I'm going to use the Stone Speaker's Crystal and my immense access to divination magic to try to glean more information.
Okay. Okay. We're going to get to you last then. Start thinking about specifically. Try not to make it too vague, or I'm going to give you very vague information. That might not be as helpful unless you were more specific. So think about what you're going to do with divination. Let's start with Cora and Nicole. You head to the Ruby in the Rough. You see that service has just ended. You see gnomes filing out. The place does not seem too slimy, although this isn't going to count towards your. I'll notify you when it is a skill check
When I
that
need to
counts. Yeah, I just want some perception checks from the both of you. I will let you know if it counts towards your score. Nicole and Cora, you do notice that the ground has a slight shimmery sheen to it that is not typical. Kind of like that slime, the sparkle that you've seen in the slime. It seems kind of like there might have been snail trails left here, but it has been cleaned and there's just some like leftover glitter. You also see Glyphic, the priest of Skogin, kind of cleaning up, tearing down, putting his little hymnals away after service. He has not noticed you yet. And Nicole, you do see the passageway down into the catacombs. Are you going now or are you going to wait?
Or do you want me to stay with you while you speak to Glyphic, or would you like to come with me to see Jadger? Which way do we want to go first?
Can stay. Can do together.
Then we will do this together. So I will stay with Cora.
All right. Glyphic is going to be kind of like taking his little, like, he gave a nice talk and turns and he spies you. Oh, Cora. Nicole, you're in town. Oh, it is so good to see you.
She's gonna go over and like shake his hand.
He kind of like, he has that nervous little tick that he always has, and he just kind of like gives you a quick limp little shake, but then like starts kind of wiping his hands. Sorry, clammy. It's just been stressful.
She's gonna say, just like in a voice I'm sure she overheard, just like someone say at a tavern, like, how have you been keeping?
Oh, just spreading the word of Skogin. It's been a little less chaotic and yet more chaotic. More people are coming.
Good.
Yeah. Anyways, what can I do for you?
Cora and Nicole come from, what's the name of the other temple again?
The
Standing Stone.
Come from Standing Stone, and lots of slime there. Lots of slime here.
Oh, slime. Well, there was. We cleaned it up. No problem at all.
Has this been happening multiple times, or is this just a one time?
Oh, he like starts to think. Oh, once or twice. It hasn't happened in a while. We got it all cleaned up.
Can I don't know if this, so normally in this situation I would roll insight. I don't know if I need it to necessarily, like, I don't feel like it.
Roll insight.
Okay.
Roll insight.
I get the impression that he's like scared of something. That is a critical fail.
You have a lot of
do you-
inspirations,
Do you
don't
have any
you?
I
inspirations?
do have inspirations. Yes.
You're in your head. Oh, Glyphic.
Yeah.
Ew.
Oh, Glyphic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Glyphic. Oh.
That's better. 26.
You get the sense that not only is the gnome hiding something, but he seems to want you to leave as soon as possible.
Hmm.
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 He goes, but yes, I'm sorry about your slime problem. If we see any here, we can let you know. I'll send you a message.
Do you have any other things that have been bothering you
No,
that
just
you might want to share?
just so many new in our flock. Skochet is quite popular with the immigrants, and we have had lots of immigrants coming, and it's awesome, but it's also tiring. We have to
Where?
run 3 services a day now.
Where?
People come from where?
Oh, from all of the other settlements, now that Blingdenstone is a safe haven, all the gnomes from all over different villages have been coming in droves, and now we have space to hold them thanks to your efforts.
Would you say that we've been talking for about a minute now?
Yeah, I'd say about a minute.
Glyphic, you know you can trust us. There's no need to hide anything from us. And I will use the feature from Diplomat to sort of charm him with persuasion. Check.
Ooh.
Oh.
Let me make sure that's
Cora's gonna help, and she's going to mimic. You're like, yeah, I know you can trust us. And then Catper is also there for a third time and goes, yeah, I know you can trust us.
First time is reassuring. Second time is like, Third time's like, oh, I guess I better talk now.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so it's a
Yes.
charm effect?
It is a charm effect, but it is my charisma versus their wisdom insight check.
Okay, I'm going to do a secret roll. Do you know if it succeeds or fails automatically, magically, or...
No, this
Okay.
is just this is a feature, not
Okay.
a spell or anything.
Okay, so I am going to roll, and then I'm going to behave in accordance to the roll.
It's versus a 29, so
I know.
I hope our priest friend has low wisdom in this case.
Okay.
I mean, it is a prick. It's
He looks at you, and he... Oh, why wouldn't I trust the servants of Skojan? He narrows his eyes at you and, like, takes a step
me?
back. Because of, like, you can trust us.
That's fair.
Cora is empath. Can sense maybe not telling everything to Cora.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. It's been, I'm so exhausted. And, well, I was supposed to start my nap, like, 5 minutes ago. But service went late, and I'm so stressed out. I'll let you know if we find anything. And he seems a little bit more pensive. He is going to gather up the rest of his things and kind of curtly, like, nod to you before scuttling off to his private quarters. While he scuttles away, I do want perception checks from both of you.
19.
8.
Okay. Nicole, you're just like, what the fuck? Cora.
I want it to be nice.
As he closes the door, you hear the door lock. Your eyes kind of narrow. And then you look down where he was standing, where you were having this conversation, and there is a tiny little puddle. And as you kind of look down,
Ooze?
He actually just
What are
had
you
an
looking
accident.
at, Cora?
Yeah, he peed himself.
He beat himself and he had to leave. That's why he was so uncomfortable.
It wasn't a persuasion, it was an intimidation roll that Nicole rolled and he peed himself. Oh, Cora's gonna look at Nicole and just shh, and point down at the tiny little.
Did he have an accident?
She's gonna
Sorry.
and show Nicole the ooze.
Oh. Has he been eating it?
Cool, you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right, you contemplate this strange turn of events as you both make your way down. Making your way down the catacombs. Da, 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 da.
Walking fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk down. It is quiet and peaceful down here. But you know that through the catacombs, there is a little area where Jadger was training new gnomes. You hear the sounds of practice, of dueling practice and drills, and you hear Jadger's authoritative voice calling out different stances and attacks and moves, and you hear a little ah, ah. All right there, now sound off. Strike, strike. Wait, but he's a ghost, so it's like this. Sound off, strike, strike, pivot, and block.
It didn't change. Your voice
Oh.
didn't change.
Oh
So
no! Does it not do? Oh, that's because I. Okay. Is it?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay. Pivot, hand block, uppercut.
He sounds like he's talking into a tin can. Got it.
yeah. He's like,
Did
"Oh,
anyone else? Did you get that sort of like? It just reminds me so much of Daffy Duck as Robin Hood. Have you ever seen that?
I don't know. No.
a long time ago.
It's yeah. He's like does all these moves, parry, dodge, spin, thrust, and yeah. Just remind me so much of that.
So yeah, he's just.
Do we remember what? Oh, it was Warden. That was his title.
Oh yeah. I totally forgot this character even existed.
It's okay. Warden Jadger.
And oh, son. And break. 5 minutes, everyone. He shoos the little gnome teenagers, and he approaches you. Well, if it ain't a sight for old ghosty eyes. How you doing?
I guess you can't have sore eyes. Well, we heard that there were some issues going on around the Standing Stone and Ruby in the Rough. Have you heard anything, or your recruits?
Issues. What types of issues?
Defacement.
I haven't been outside my little catacombs in quite a minute.
Surely your recruits have. They have to go home somehow.
Ah, yes. Let me get a name of one of the recruits. I think, I swear.
They're just named Sunny. Let's go.
Oh no, I have, like, there was one.
Oh, they actually have names?
Trisk. Yeah, Trisk Adamantle
Okay.
piece. Hey, Trix! Yes, sir! Come over here. She, like, pats over. Sir, have you been seeing anything out of the ordinary up there? Any defacement? Sir, yes, sir. The temples have been struggling. There's been slime attacks, sir. Slime attacks? Yes, sir. She's like,
And here? Slime attacks here?
slime attacks on Ruby in the Rough and Standing Stone, sir. I was
And
Do you
on
know
cleanup
when?
duty.
How long ago?
Last time on Ruby in the Rough. Fortnight ago. Standing Stone. More regularly. Yesterday. And before that.
Do you
She
know
lists
around
off
what
the things.
time?
I did not witness the attack. I cleaned it up the next morning.
Maybe nighttime?
Sounds reasonable.
And
Have you or your friends, other recruits, had anything to say about it? Have you all been playing with the new ooze in town?
New ooze. Oh, we have no time for such childish behaviors. We have training. That is for young
Good.
kids.
notice anything different with Glyphic?
Now that you mention it, Glyphic's been weird.
Weird.
About a fortnight ago, after the attack, he didn't seem that bothered. We cleaned it up, but I don't know. There wasn't an attack after that, but they kept the slime. It just doesn't come up out of the nooks and crannies. I think I've seen him giving that slime to some of the young kids during service. Keeps them occupied. I didn't think much of it. It's just a toy, you know? It's a sensory toy.
Not toy. Dangerous. No touch.
Yeah, that stuff gets in your hair and then you gotta cut it off.
Yes.
It's dangerous in a different way as well.
Yeah, if you swallow it, it goes in your tummy and then you poop slime for weeks.
Yes. Danger. No touch.
Okay.
Promise, Cora, no touch.
Promise. What was that, soldier? Louder. I promise. No touch slime. She kicks her heels.
Tell other trainees. Promise no touch slime.
They all jump to their feet and say, no touch slime.
Pass this on to your families as well.
I will.
Good.
Now, if it is all right with you, I need to get back to drills. As they start like gathering up again to do the drills, and you can hear Jadger calling out different strikes, one of the younger gnomes kind of like looks over at you, kind of shyly, and is going to kind of scuttle over. Hey, I saw when they did it.
When?
So, like, I was sneaking out, and you can't tell anybody that I was out.
Promise.
Okay, but I was supposed to meet this girl at exactly midnight. And I was over in the Crystal Gardens, right by the Standing Stone. We were supposed to meet exactly at midnight. And right, like maybe 10 minutes before we were supposed to meet, I saw some people show up. And I got so scared because I didn't want to get caught because I'm not supposed to be out there late meeting girls. So I ran.
Thank you for tell, Cora. Cora, keep secrets safe. No tell anyone.
Don't tell, or I'm gonna get grounded.
Promise.
Okay. And he runs off to go back into the drills. All right.
What did he say? What did he say, Cora?
Said slime defacement happen around midnight, just before. Maybe 10 minutes just before midnight.
That means we have at least a window of time that we should aim for then. We should probably go tell the others.
Before we leave, Mr. Glyphic is taking a nice nap. I would like to sneak into his private chamber and do some investigation to see if I can find like a note or
Okay.
anything specific.
That'll be your next activity. Let us move to Yaslin. Yaslin, you make your way to the Royal District, the new place where the Digomatics are now basically handling their business. It's a bit of a hike, but the place looks really nice, really like all the government buildings. It's all polished. And as you arrive, you see the front desk, the little gnome at the front desk. He's like, looks super busy. There's gnomes everywhere, like back and forth. It's like a chaotic, well-oiled machine.
Name, an appointment.
I don't have an appointment, but my name is Jaslyn, and I'm fairly certain the Digomatics would want to hear about this. It's urgent.
You don't have an appointment with the Digomatics?
No, we didn't have one last time either. We came here and saved the city.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Disappears behind through the door and then comes back.
You will be seen. Just go through that door to the right. Sunny is there.
Thank you.
You make your way through. It's very busy, and you see Senny, her at her desk, with like stacks and stacks and stacks of paper, and then in the desk across from her, where once you saw Dorbo, you see a gnome you do not recognize, who is getting work done. He looks very focused. He has like a big, like floofy beard and a bald head and big crazy eyebrows, and he's just. And Senna, who is also working, you notice she keeps making like eyes, like
So Senna, you said that's someone
Sunny.
else. Sunny. Okay.
Senny is
Eyes at the other guy.
what?
Eyes at the guy that
Yes,
I don't
Senny
know.
is making eyes, like sus eyes or disapproving eyes. And remember, Senny is Dorbo. She's one of the Digomatics. She's the queen.
Yaslyn's going to go up to Sunny and say, "Hello, how are you going?"
Oh, Yaslin! Long time no see. It is so good to see you.
And it's before she can talk to you, she gets interrupted. Another gnome walks up with some paperwork.
We need the approval of the deconstruction of the cultivation chambers.
And she goes, not the cultivation. And then the gnome across from her, I'll take that. Dorbo has insisted that we dismantle the cultivation chamber as the fungus is spreading allergies and it is becoming a public nuisance. And Sunny's just like, that's how we feed our people. We will find another way, but the allergies are inconceivable this year. And he sneezes into his handkerchief, and it's just snot everywhere. And he goes, Yes, the mushrooms have got to go. Anyways, and he takes the paperwork, and then Senny kind of glares at him, and then she's like, I need to go to the water cooler real quick. Yaslin, do you want to come have some water with me?
I was just about to ask if we could catch up in a more personal setting.
Yeah, just over here. And she kind of like, yeah, so anyways, the new shoes that I got, and as soon as she's out of earshot, you're in town.
Yes.
Something is up.
Yes, we've noticed that. We've uncovered the possibility that there could be duplex again. Duplex.
Well, I don't know anything about Chewy Blix, but I do know my husband has been acting so strange. He's just completely reorganizing everything that we've worked for. The cultivation chamber, that's where we grow all of our food. He wants it dismantled, and he won't talk about it. He's been spending all of his time over in his study. He says he's onto something big. He's trying to fix a great problem, and I can't get through to him.
Does he see anyone?
Not even me.
What about the gold whiskers? Are they been
The
helpful
gold
at all?
whiskers they're still here. They're fine. They don't seem to have much to do with our little problem, but no, he won't talk to me, but he sent his new assistant, that drab fellow you saw a moment ago.
Yeah,
Whose name I wrote
seems
down. Binker. Binker Bobel. That fellow, there's something about him I don't like. I can't put my finger on it, though, and I have to be polite.
Yeah, it does seem like there's a lot happening in this city that doesn't seem like I said, it seems like there's an ooze problem again, with places getting attacked, and another possibility of a Pudding King incident, it looks like, potentially.
Oh, another possibility of
end.
what?
The Pudding King.
The Pudding King?
If it gets that bad, like, they're oozes, like, it's Dublix, it's the god of
You
oozes.
killed him!
So,
You killed the Pudding
Yeah.
King!
but we're seeing a lot of oozes here again, where I'm kind of afraid they're going to have something on the same level as that with oozes again.
Oh, dear me. All right, what do you need from me?
We're actually looking for information, and well, it's very good we found out about Dorbo.
Yes, something is going
something-
on with Dorbo. If you could maybe talk some sense to him, if you could see him. He's been in his study.
I'll definitely try to get in to see him. Is there any information you can give us about the desecration of the temple?
I don't know anything about the desecrations. I've just been really busy with all of these new changes being made to Blingdenstone. I can't keep up with them.
Do you remember what the first weird change was at all?
Oh, well, he signed off on that new shop, Dribble's Emporium. It was so sudden, they didn't go through the proper channels for getting permits, which is quite unlike Dorbo. He loves his permits, and we've been getting strange shipments in from all over. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know
the
where
shop.
he's keeping them, though.
That's the shop that we noticed, and yeah, we think that might be a front for something worse.
Do you think my dear Dorbo would never get mixed up in something like that? He cares about
I'm definitely
this
gonna
city.
have to go and have a word to him, see what's happening.
All right, well, I need to act like I don't suspect anything. I feel like that Binker is watching me.
So we talked about how amazing your new shoes are. They look so great.
They are the latest fashion, and she's gonna walk back to her desk and then give you like a good luck nod. You think that this might be, important information to share with the party, though you do know that as far as like timing goes for your stakeout, you might want to address that before then
speaking to the
trying to look
Dorbo,
for
or...
like, yeah, it seems like that's not something you would want to do by yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Kothar, you are at the foaming mug. You are surrounded by root beers as you've been setting up your divination spell.
I have some questions for clarification.
Okay.
So, we don't know when they're going to strike. Are we certain they're going to strike the Standing Stone again, or do we not know where they're going to strike this time?
You don't have that information.
We found out while you were away when they're going to strike.
When, but not where. Well,
Okay.
you found out when the last time they struck. So
Okay.
you can draw conclusions, but
and
they also said
there have been multiple places struck, not just the Standing Stone.
They also said it was on
Yes.
different. They also said it was on different days. So they're not attacking somewhere every day, so we don't even know which day.
yeah.
The other thing is that they did specify that the Ruby and the Rough didn't seem to get any more attacks after the last time, and Glyphic is incredibly suspicious at the moment. Highly sus.
Okay. So, the first thing Kothar is gonna set up his little ritual. He's gonna get into it. So, last time, I'm assuming we still know this information, it's not been retconned, but last time we had the conversation I asked the question of why are they targeting the Standing Stone, and Scarlet, you mentioned that by targeting the Standing Stone, they, diminish Sigojin's influence and the god's influence, which therefore leaves Blingdenstone more vulnerable.
Yeah,
Correct.
essentially, yeah, by...
Okay. My first question is, or I guess command, because this is divination. I'm going to say I'm going to ask where the linchpins of Sigojin's influence are. I want to try to figure out what they are.
What's a linchpin?
It is a person or thing vital to an enterprise or vital to something. So I'm trying to figure out where the most important areas of Sigojin's influence reside within Blingdenstone.
You would see the Ruby in the Rough.
Just the Ruby and the Rough.
That is the one and only temple to Sigojin.
It is just the Ruby and the Rough. Okay.
Now,
right
Kalar Durin is the Standing
yeah.
Stone. That's a different god.
Okay, but still, diminishing one god is bad.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I would say, show me the linchpin of the linchpins of Caladuran's influence.
It would be, you would see the Standing Stone.
Okay. Okay. So I'm making notes as
The
I do this.
linchpins. I've never heard that before. Now I love it.
Oh, that's very common saying.
The half of my time totally wasn't spent Googling esoteric words to try to make this sound cooler.
Well, shoot. I was like, huh?
So
I've
it's
been linchpinning
Too
so many
esoteric.
times.
Back it up.
Ruby in the Rough is... Can actually someone else take notes for me so I don't have to stop this?
Okay.
I mean, that I don't even have to write that note. It's the Temple of Sigojin is Sigojin's power, and the Temple of Smooth Hands is Smooth Hands' power. Kalar Durham, Smooth Hands.
Okay. I'm going to shift gears, and I'm now going to say, show me Jubiblex's most loyal resident of Blingdenstone.
Let me think. You see a vision, cloudy, and almost like you're looking through an orb filled with fluid, with a singular point glowing in the center, like a neuron or a brain suspended. It's pulsating. And you hear a dripping, echoing voice.
Yes, my children, my
My beautiful children.
Is that the Pudding King?
Roll a perception.
Can I roll insight?
Sure. That voice certainly sounds like the Pudding King, though it sounds changed.
Okay. While I'm still kind of in this divination kind of state, I'm going to ask, show me the linchpin of Juiblex's invasion.
You start to see like a camera going along the low ground, like it's following a path of slime. But as it starts to approach, as you try to focus, you notice that the corners of your vision start to blacken and blur, and it goes completely dark, almost like you just hit a wall, and you suddenly realize that wherever this location could be might be warding off divination magic, whether through a spell or through the abundance of Faerzrez, which you do know interferes with divination magic.
Okay.
But all that sticks with you is just this trail of glittering slime.
Okay. I'm gonna come out of kind of like the divination, and I guess the last thing I will do before we can move on to the next person. Let me double check to make sure this works the way that I think it is, which I should have done first. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna cast Clairvoyance, which can target a place that I have seen before.
Okay.
And I am going to attempt to view the place where we killed the Pudding King.
Okay. You start looking through that spot. It looks very different than last time you were there. All of the ruins, last time you were there, it was all in ruins. Now, it has been fixed up. It is a little eatery, like a little cafe. It's quite bustling and lively. There's people sitting there enjoying drinks, having food, chit-chatting, talking. The staff looks pretty busy.
Okay.
Okay. Cora, you want to sneak into... Now, you know that Glyphic went into his private room. Are you following him in there?
So I was hoping that some time had passed since we were speaking to Jadjar and the trainees.
Yeah, I would say
that
about
he-
10 minutes.
That he would have probably started his nap by now, because he said he was so tired.
Okay. You approach the door.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I would like to listen to see if I hear anything, if I hear he might be sleeping.
Roll stealth.
Okay. $13.
Actually, stealth was the wrong thing. It meant to say perception. Go ahead. Roll perception. You're listening, not sneaking.
Oof.
13. You press your ear and you hear nothing.
Okay. One moment, please.
One moment, please.
Processing.
One moment. I am searching the archives.
I forgot to have guidance on myself. I'm going to roll 1d4.
Sounds a lot like AI TikTok. 15.
15?
You press your ear. You hear nothing, not even breathing. It is completely still.
Okay. I would like to sneakily open the door.
As you grab the doorknob, you feel it locked. Cat purr grins. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
Okay. And then do I add his...
Just do your
what was
stats
it?
as long as it's
Okay,
just roll a sleight of hand and make sure that you roll with proficiency.
With his proficiency?
With yours. So like just make sure that your proficiency bonus is added. I don't know if you're proficient in sleight of hand.
You should
Am
be.
I?
Is there a check next to it?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
What is your
just
proficiency
click the
bonus?
check for now.
Yeah, click the check for now. That's fine.
The little circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
23.
All right. And now roll a stealth to see how stealthily you do this.
27.
Poke your little heads in. You see it's a suite. There's a solar. Off to one side is like a private chamber room, like a bathroom. And then off to the other side is what looks to be bedroom, kind of behind a screen. You see a light in the other room, in the bedroom, turned on, and a shadow cast against the wall of a seated figure that is just kind of moving like this.
Does the shadow resemble Glyphic?
You are not close enough to really tell. It does look like, I mean, you can make that assumption. It is a seated gnomish figure.
Okay. Based on his movements, I'm under the impression, but I want to see how Cora would come to this conclusion, if it would be like a religion check or if it would be an insight check, that he might have some sort of possession.
I would
Or
say
be charmed in some way.
insight or religion is fine.
Okay. Ooh. Not 20.
Okay. Because you got a nat 20, I'm going to make something kind of cool happen. You kind of peek your head closer to see what's going on. You see Glyphic sitting very oddly on the edge of his bed, hands kind of on his knees, staring blankly with a slight kind of like teeter as if he's like keeping balance from toppling over. You notice that once you get about 60 feet away from him, he suddenly looks at you. His eyes are wide and bloodshot with like fluid running out of all the holes, like his eyes, nose, mouth, ears. and he goes, "Ah!" and his face melts and he falls into a puddle of ooze that quickly slips down a drainage pipe or a drain, like a little drain in the tile that just goes.
Cora's literally speechless. She's gonna like the way that she came in, like so deliberately. She's not even gonna turn around. She's just literally going to like foot in exact same foot, like on the way out.
And with that
And then,
nat 20,
yeah.
you realize that it was you walking within that 60-foot range that you were sensed, not through vision or audible. It was through like a blind sight effect.
Okay. 60 feet. Okay. So she is going to immediately grab Nicole.
Is everything
and-
okay?
Just like pull him into the room. And then she's gonna mimic what happened with the sound effects and everything.
Do you go?
She's gonna be, yeah, she is. She's gonna be like, she's gonna sit where he was sitting and start like rocking. And then I feel like Catper and Cora have this like, Catper understands what I'm trying to do.
Doing some of the side effects. Catper is playing you in this.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So he
interaction.
immediately gets it. He's like, okay, you're Glyphic, I'm Cora. So then he starts to approach, and like at 60 feet, Cora's like, "Ooh," and like
she,
melts
falls
into
onto the ground and then starts scooching against the ground and like flattens, stretches out to get as low to the ground as possible.
Yes. And then Cora points to the drain pipe.
It's like a little shower drain, you know, like the little holes. The boop, 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 boop.
Was Glyphic in here?
Yes.
And you walked close enough that he did a weird melty thingy and then went into the drains?
Yes. She's like so pleased that he got it. Like they're playing charades.
Yeah. Catper goes, yes.
Glyphic turn into ooze, melt into puddle, fall into drain. Blind sight sends Cora, now gone here. And she points to the drain again.
Glyphic, sewer. Glyphic, sewer.
Yes.
Sewer,
Glyphic,
Glyphic.
sewer. Yes.
Nicole
Not
will
good.
sort of, he'll walk forward and like crouch onto the floor and just like, there's slime everywhere. And he's gonna try it, and look in, but also he's also gonna use divine sense.
Cool.
To see if he can try and
Also to
detect
help
if there's anything.
to help. No, this is more just like for flavor, but Cora has her like channel divinity of Segojin where she can like basically cast light like once a day.
Oh.
That she you gave that to me, not in my character sheet, but I have a note about it. It was basically like before I think I took a level of cleric. Anyways, I'll get the exact. I'm essentially trying to create light so that Nicole can see a little bit easier.
Yeah. Okay, you just start to spark. Your beak just starts glowing. You kind of peek into the drain pipe. This is like this is a really small drain. It just seems to be there just to prevent any kind of like flooding, you know?
Yeah.
You know, the tile, the stone ground kind of like dents in just a little bit, and it's like this big with just like a bunch of little holes. And it seems to go into a little tank that then drains away.
This is only for
evil, celestial, fiend, or undead.
Yes, so it would probably not sense them, but
I'll say that because this is a fiendish flavor of ooze. It does smell like shit. Like slimy, stinky, rotten shit.
My stream has been saying that basically poo this whole time, so that's so on brand.
Oh no. Yeah, like poo. Smells like poo.
Cora, are you good at finding oozes? Oh, stinks.
Ooze is not aberration. She like looks so disappointed.
That's okay. I'm just glad you don't have to smell this. It is absolutely terrible. Some sort of fiendish variation of an ooze.
Quite no fiend.
Oh. Uh, is there a way if we can check if Bliffic is actually alive, or if this ooze, like, consumed him and replaced him? This entire time he's gonna keep holding his nose.
My permanent awareness, 1 second. What was your spell that you cast, Nicole? It was
Mine is Divine Sense.
Okay, so does it just make you aware of...
I know
or
the
do you get,
location of it within 60 feet of me,
Okay.
but not behind total cover. I don't know
it's
anything
behind.
else.
You just smell
Yeah, it's
that
definitely
whatever this
behind.
thing is, it used its ability to like its amorphic form to escape.
More than 6.
Yeah,
I
it's
have
fine.
I have a basic alternative question. It also lets me detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated. Can I tell if the temple itself
Yeah, this
has been
place
desecrated?
smells like a septic tank, like you're sitting in an outhouse. And Nicole,
Okay.
you also notice on the bed, on the pillow, is a little slimy book with a pen kind of like attached on it. And as you flip through it, you see a schedule.
Oh man.
It just has location, time, and you see crossed off. And the last crossed off thing says Standing Stone, 11:50. And then the next time you see Standing Stone again. But it hasn't been crossed off.
What time?
What does this? What time does that say?
2 a.m.
Okay. I will hold on to this for evidence if we need to convince anyone, but I really, really dislike slime right now. Also, this entire place stinks. I don't think this is a sanctified place anymore.
Cora is going to open your nostrils and blow inside to get the smell out for you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Catper's gonna get your other nostril.
So the question is, what has Cora been eating? Like, what would her bone?
Yeah, what would it smell like?
Like probably like umami, like mushrooms.
Mushrooms actually weirdly cancel the smell out perfectly.
I would really like to study that ooze specifically around the drain and everything for later potential tracking of...
Put a little bit in a vial.
Noise.
It's sparkly, Veers resi. Okay.
I think we should probably get out of here.
All of you have gathered information needed for the next bit. So you all meet back at the Foaming Mug to discuss. You decide that, I'm assuming are you going to ambush the vandals at the Standing Stone, or do you have another route you would like to take?
I think we wanted to deal with Dorbo, right?
Oh. Yeah, what time was it?
Did we?
I would say that
it said 2 a.m.
time-wise, you have enough time to set up an ambush.
Okay.
Before we do that, let's take like a 10-minute break. Refill your drinks, get a snack.
That's good timing because my
Perfect. All right.
In a moment.
You guys are doing such a good job. Such a mystery. The mystery of the slime clerics. Did you say thanks, Mom? All right. BRB.
Mother, I crave violets. What is for snack? Or food?
Chips.
Chips. What kind of?
Mhm.
What flavor of chips?
They're just like tortilla with a hint of lime.
Ooh. Man, I really want chips, but I just haven't had any.
Go get them.
No. I have to watch what I eat.
Yeah, same. As I eat chips.
You have it portioned out. You don't have the entire bag with you, so.
That's why I do.
Oh,
Mhm.
I went to someone's housewarming party the other day and made these homemade sausage rolls, and it was a 2.5 hour drive. Right? They didn't go get in. I took some back. I had them on the seat next to me on the way home, and over half were gone before I got back. Just ate way too many of them.
Yum.
I don't think that's why I stick the last couple of days, but maybe it was.
The thing I do have here, which I also shouldn't eat right now, is pineapple cake. The Taiwanese
Ooh.
pineapple cakes. They're like
Oh.
shortbread, kind of.
Show.
They come individually packaged, but they're like little squares. It's like a shortbread flaky outside, and then it has like a pineapple jelly, not exactly jelly, like jam-ish paste on the inside.
That sounds very yummy.
It is very yummy. It is not too sweet, and it is just the right level. It's also something that I grew up on, so it's extra nostalgic.
Comfort food.
Yeah, we get them whenever people come from Taiwan. It's always just like a souvenir gift
Nice.
whenever people come visit.
But not necessarily.
Buff's character is not dead. Which one? Actually.
Yeah, which one?
One of them was dead to start off with.
That's true. But Delrock says, oh, I haven't had it fresh in so long. Eye of the Night making me jelly.
I hope this appointment isn't too late.
I always walk by like the Taiwanese bakeries and they smell so good.
They are really good. It's also kind of interesting because like you get toast from like either like an American bakery or like somewhere else, and it's so different from the Asian bakery toasts. It's like milk toast is the Asian bakery default,
Yeah,
and
isn't it
it's
like
much
bready?
fluff. It's
Mm-hmm.
very very bready, but it's also like much fluffier and like it's so good.
I've only seen it. I haven't had it.
You should, if you get a chance to try it, I would suggest.
It's not vegan, I don't think.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
It uses a lot more milk.
Milk, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Man. Yeah, like all the Chinese bakery stuff that I can think of. It's like egg tarts
I
are
know. None of it is
definitely
vegan.
yeah.
I had a lot of it when I was younger before it was vegan.
hmm
A lot of the like those like
Get to
sweet
experience it.
buns. Yeah. Like the
Oh
sweet
yeah.
buns are so good.
Mhm.
And they had like cheese on top or something.
Mm,
Was one
yes.
kind. And then
Yes.
all the little cakes too. I'm like, oh my gosh, like they look fake even. I'm like, they look so good, like they're fake.
When I went to that housewarming party the other night, they had some vegan food there, including vegan cheese, and
Mm.
everyone said it was really good, but I didn't have a chance to eat it because I just ate too much other stuff. So
What is vegan cheese made out of?
Depends. Cashew a lot of the time.
Cashew?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to learn how to cook more veggie-centric dishes
Nice.
so that I can cut back on like meat and dairy and then maybe fully transition.
I have a question for the people that are vegan. Is yeast allowed to be used? It is, right? Okay. Then there are some Asian, like Chinese dishes, I guess, that you can have. Like the they're called mantou. They're like the plain buns, which is just like the bread with like a really it's very bouncy, I guess is the way I would describe it. Those are good, and then if you can have all of the red bean stuff then usually.
Oh yeah.
Because if it's in there, then you can have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the steamed buns with the red bean inside. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are sweet too, usually. Yeah, I've had those
Yes.
ones before. I don't think I've, again, still had them like since I was vegan because I just don't really know. It's tough when, I don't know, a lot of the stuff, unless I see like an ingredients list, but a lot of the times like the bakers are like either busy or like maybe they just literally don't
Yeah.
have like, I can't just be like, hey, what's in that? They'll be like, take it or leave it, man. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
Just
I guess
traditionally, they don't
milk,
really
eggs,
use
and
eggs.
cream are the big things to look out for with baked goods, right?
Eggs,
Yeah.
milk, butter.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
I
lot
guess
of baked
butter.
goods.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I helped make those sausage rolls and said, "Oh yeah, it's dairy free." And then someone said, "What about the pastry?" And it's like, "Oh crap, I didn't even think of that." But it turns out it had margarine in it rather than butter. So, which I didn't even realize for a long time that margarine was made out of plants rather than dairy.
I forgot margarine
Can't-
even existed. Did you know
No.
4
Yeah.
sticks
Oh,
of
we've-
butter is $8 right now at my grocery store?
Whoa.
We mainly had margarine growing up, so
I don't use butter very often.
I'm still waiting for this appointment. I haven't.
I make a lot of creamy curries and sauces to pour over like rice or pasta. So mixing like flour with butter.
Yeah, I just get vegan butter.
Is
same.
margarine vegan?
They make vegan margarine.
I mean, it's
by
not
itself,
dairy,
it's-
so
But by itself, it's
yes.
not vegan.
Oh, it's not?
Probably use other
I know it's dairy free. But
Alright.
yeah,
What is non-vegan margarine made out of?
Let me Google
Let's look
that
it up.
for you.
Yeah.
ooh,
Can you still hear? Can you hear me still?
Yeah, you cut out for a
we
second.
can now,
Okay.
and
let me
your
fix my
camera went off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let me fix-
It says that most margarines don't contain animal products, but some of them they use milk instead of water, or they add like lactose whey or casein, which are all
Yeah.
animal derivative products.
Byproducts.
Yeah.
Most of them have that, unless they specify vegan on the label.
Mm-hmm.
Does margarine interact with stuff the same way butter does? Like if you were trying to make like a creamy sauce, could you use
Kind
butter
of.
or margarine?
I don't notice a difference, to be
I don't really know because we didn't really use butter much. We mainly used margarine when I was growing up and stuff. So
Margarine is such a cute way to say it.
just the way I've always said it.
Margarine. 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 Begging of you, please don't take my butter.
My recipe's away, I guess.
Oh my gosh, I'm choking on water.
I hate this stupid phone game that I'm playing.
What phone game are you playing?
I'm playing the
Baldur's
game
Not
Gate.
Monster.
Super. No, it's
I was
called
gonna say it's not
Super
Monster
Snail.
Hunter, is it?
No, it's not Monhun. It's called Super Snail.
Oh, like snake? Or
No, it's
No.
like a tongue-in-cheek parody of a whole bunch of like other games, and it's just like the main character. You're a snail that can transform into different things, and then you just fight and wander through historical areas
that's kind of
that have been taken over by demon gods. So
Oh.
it's entertaining, but it's also really dumb.
That was a really loud. I apologize. I got in the habit
Satisfying.
of doing that really loudly as part of a bit, and now it's like just happens, and
It
then
stays.
Yeah, and now I'm
you were
like,
gonna say
oh
that.
Mhm.
I thought you were gonna say that Leo does it, so you started doing it back to him.
no,
that's how
this
it
is
started.
older than Leo. This is Leo will grab his bottle, he'll hold on to his little ear, and
He also holds onto ears when he drinks.
yeah,
Wait, what?
Yeah, he
Who
like
else
My
does
cousin does that.
Yeah, because when he was a baby, when he would get tired, his little hands would do this. And that's how you knew he was tired, because he would like. But now, still, when he gets his bottle, his other hand goes up and starts like playing with his ear and his hair, and it's really cute. That's how I know he's getting sleepy.
My cousin would always grab onto his mother's ear whenever he was drinking, when he was like a
Aw.
child.
When
There's
I-
a bunch of pictures of him like just like grabbing her ear.
When I hold Leo to like rock him, he grabs my hair and he like strokes it, like
Aw.
like that. And
He's
if
like, good mama.
And if I give him his bottle while I'm holding him, he goes like this. And like, because he wants to like lean back. So he just like throws his head back and I'm like, whoa. But yeah, he likes to go upside down. He's like,
Aww.
I'm still waiting. Just thought you'll know more. Like it'll be more obvious when I
okay.
throw it over.
Do you mind if we start?
Oh, that's fine. I just wanted to step out. That's all.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
I've turned it down so it shouldn't come through on the stream. So
I mean, if you accidentally forget to do that, I can just mute you as well. So you all, welcome back. You all arrive late in the night, not quite 2 a.m., but pretty late at the Standing Stone. You see the bit of slime that Gurnip had to clean up, finally finishing. He's like, motherfucker, always having to clean up after these kids. And he kind of looks around and then closes the doors to the temple. Are you guys approaching him before, or are you going to let him close up?
let him know like what's going on.
Okay, you guys approach him, and he's kind of like sees y'all, and he goes, "Oh, bless my stars! Any news?"
Another attack planned tonight.
Oh,
Here.
well, I may as well have not even cleaned this up.
Going to help stop them.
All right. Well, what should we do?
Have any trap? Have any can fight?
Do you want me to fight?
Yes.
Oh, well, maybe like 40 or 50 years ago I'd be looking to get in a scrap, but Oh, I'm old.
Is he a spellcaster? Like, what is his background?
He's a cleric, I guess. He's a priest, but he's like challenge rating half.
You can cast guidance.
Yeah, I can cast guidance.
Okay. Can help Cora set up trap?
I'll
Double
do.
guidance?
Double guidance.
I'll tell you
Triple
what.
guidance, 3 cleric.
How about this? When he helps you with your guidance, it's a D6 instead of a D4.
Cool.
All right. What are you guys gonna do? You know that they're gonna show up. You can set traps. You can just hide. You can create an ambush.
So before we would have left, or before I would have left, I would have sifted through the spell gems again.
Okay.
And I would have taken 2 spell gems, a spell gem of alarm,
Okay.
and
have
a spell
alarm.
gem of.
I
Wait,
have
do you?
alarm.
Oh, you have it
Cora
now.
has
Got
alarm.
it back, yeah.
Okay. Actually, I kind of need alarm for the plan that I'm doing because I'm not going to be able to see or hear, so I need it to warn me. So, but I'm going to take alarm and I'm going to take Rary's telepathic bond.
Okay. I don't know what those do, so you have to explain it to me.
So essentially what's going to happen is what my plan is. I don't know what everyone else is going to do, but my specific plan is I'm going to cast alarm in front of the statue. And I'm of course going to designate my friends and Glyphic is not going to be setting it off. And then I'm going to make it a mental ping. Because you can choose it to be as audible ping or a mental ping, and I'm going to choose it to mental ping myself. And then I'm going to I'm going to time this so that right before we set up the ambush and wait, so right before that time, I'm going to cast Rary's telepathic bond, which is going to allow us to all speak telepathically. And then I'm going to then cast Meld into Stone and then phase into the statue.
Okay.
And while I'm phased into the statue, I cannot see or hear outside of it, which is why I have alarm to ping me and I can telepathically talk with people.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Okay. That's what you're gonna do.
Cora disguises herself as an ooze. No,
How does this disguise look? Do you have a
like
trash bag around
Glyphic.
yourself?
Yeah.
Know what you could do?
Yeah.
For comedic purposes, like if you could create an illusion of just like a cube around you and Cora is just suspended in the cube.
Gelatinous. Yeah. What I was thinking, and maybe Cora will like ask the party for the rest of us what we want to do. Hang out in a little pocket dimension and wait for them with a rope trick. So we can drop down from the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah, you're all telepathically linked. Okay. Nicole?
Nicole's just here to help with whatever everyone else has, because he doesn't have anything that can quite help here.
Okay.
Where is your alarm set up, by the way, JTC?
He's just right next to the statue, right?
Is there... Okay, so... This area that we're around, is it, like, heavily trafficked through? Or are we in kind of, like, a lesser trafficked through part of Blingdenstone?
A lesser trafficked area. This used to be Rock Blight.
Mm-hmm.
So the Standing Stone is here. The caverns, but below it were where that Medusa was living, which has now been repurposed into kind of like a little library.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cave across from it is like weirdly filled with statues. You guys didn't explore it last time, but I don't know. They would have done something with it.
Is there a single, like, choke point kind of away from the statue that we have to walk through to get
there
to this
is,
place?
yeah. So you're like, this is its own cavern. In fact, if you want to scooch over to the Standing Stone on the map.
Oh, wait, is there a section?
What do you mean?
I see.
You could just zoom in. It's on the very, very far. It's in the middle right.
Oh, okay.
I
Is it
will.
this thing?
I will. Yeah, that's it. That's the
Yeah,
standing
yeah, I
stone.
see it.
I don't think I'm seeing the same map that you guys are. I don't see
We
any
are.
of our tokens on here.
Oh, your tokens are
They're like in the
really,
middle
really
here.
tiny.
They're extremely small.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
That's how big the
Okay.
map is.
Can you ping it again then?
You're not gonna
It
see
is
it
from
unless
here
you're.
to
Far,
the right.
far right.
And that's the
This is
Where
the
we are.
standing stone.
where we are is the standing stone?
No,
Yes.
don't worry
Oh.
about
No,
where
no.
your tokens are. They're just there
Oh,
so you can
okay.
see the map.
So then where's the choke point?
This is the
Yeah,
entrance.
it looks like there's two entrances though, or is it only one?
This is all caved in.
This
Okay,
is still all
but
caved in?
Yeah,
there's-
it's still caved
Yeah,
in.
there's this part, and then it looks like there's another set of stairs
Yes,
right here.
and then this is just like the rock garden is all up here. This is like a crystal garden.
Okay, then in that
Oh,
case,
was
I
this
would
where the
put.
Medusa was?
Yeah, this is where the Medusa was.
Okay.
Oh,
Actually,
Cool.
hold on. I could just pull that map up real quick. I think I still have it. Da, 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 da. Rock blight. It might not be the right scale. Well, maybe it is.
oh.
I just didn't pull it up because this is all like messy looking. Oh, we still have all these motherfuckers. Hold on. Let me delete all these.
Hey, it's J-Mitch. Hi, J-Mitch.
This
That's
is
not
where
gonna-
Nicole was petrified.
Hi, Anazira. Hi,
yeah.
J-Mitch. Hi, Waldrin. Hi, Flash.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot they
Waldron.
was a thing. They was a
That-
thing? They were a
They
thing?
were-
That's why I said one of whose characters started dead.
Who's missing on this?
Because it was a
map?
ghost.
It's probably me. I'm
Oh.
having to that
You're-
broke
you're
my
right here.
thing.
Oh, there, Nicole. I didn't see yours.
Yeah, no, I was in the Medusa's room.
I'm gonna like lighten this place up a little bit. It's not so dark. Actually, no, it would be dark because it's like nighttime now.
Night.
They're so pretty.
Revolutions. Yeah, so here is the standing stone. So you have these two. These are the two chokes. It's actually, I think it's like bigger than this when I like think at
Yeah.
the actual. But for now, this is fine.
This.
Thank you so much,
statue?
Master of Dungeons, for the raid. Welcome,
Yeah,
everyone.
That's the standing stone statue.
Okay,
that
so
they've
this
been
is
defacing.
there.
This
And
is
this
how
is an
big
entrance?
alarm is.
okay.
Yeah, 20-foot cube.
So it's
So-
like I think it's just better to put it directly in front of the statue.
Okay.
Well, we have two
The
alarms,
statue's
so
over
I'm gonna
here.
try to
Oh yeah,
decide
we do.
So you could put like
So-
one there and then one there.
one. So this is the only other entrance point is over here.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
can put
oops.
mine like here.
No, you put yours on you because yours is this personal alarm. I'm gonna make mine an actual like ringing alarm.
Hmm.
Or
Well, okay. Well, if
No, I'm
it's audible and it alerts them, they might just run away.
yeah, I know. I changed my mind. But I thought
So you think-
for fun, I wanted the alarm to have a custom alarm, and it would be like "Surprise, motherfucker!" and then we jump out of our rope trick and jump onto them.
Oh, we're road trick, are we?
Yeah, we're gonna rope trick,
Oh
or
my
you don't have to. We are gonna
gosh.
be.
No, you can just mimic. Somebody has said it at some point during our campaign. You can
Yeah,
mimic them and just have Cora say it as she jumps out.
that's true.
Surprise, motherfuckers!
Surprise. Surprise? Motherfucker, surprise.
I wonder if like the Kankus have like strunkier pieces of words, like sentences. Like one person says surprise, another one says mother, and the other one says fucker. You know what I mean?
That's-
Like
I think
three
that's
different
one-
voices.
Yeah, I think
like,
that's one
we
way you
could
could
do
do
that.
it.
Capper could say surprise, and Cora could say motherfucker.
Yeah.
No, I just mean like because they mimic, they say it in three different voices. Like
Okay.
Your alarms have been set. Where is your pocket dimension?
Yeah, so I guess if this is where they're gonna be like trying to deface, we probably want them to come
In.
as
We
close.
want to be
yeah.
behind them.
Gurnip goes, where would you like me to stand?
Somewhere safe.
Somewhere safe. All right, I'll sit over here on this bench.
We probably
That's
don't.
not safe.
We probably don't want you to be seen either because we want to catch them and like before they defile it. But
As
we
you
want
say that, you look,
it.
you're talking to Gurnup, you turn to look, and you're like, probably don't want you to be seen, and then you suddenly realize you can't see Gurnup. And then
What?
suddenly...
Does he have invisibility?
Oh.
Swerf Neblin can blend into stone where they can match the stone to hide.
Chameleons.
Oh, yeah.
Stone chameleon.
You
That's
wish
so
Well, at
you
least-
could do the whistle. You wish you could do the whistle voice? I used to be
I
better at
really
it.
wish I could do that with this voice, but I can't.
I wish I could do the whistle voice.
And then I would like to, if I can fashion something to like, maybe we have the rope trick above, and as soon as they cross the threshold, I want to throw like something, like drop something behind them, so it becomes difficult for
Ball
them
bearings.
to like. Yeah. Ooh. I want it to become difficult for them to leave, like once they
Okay.
realize, oh shit, like this is a setup.
Okay.
I don't want them to be able to just quickly turn
We
around.
prepared.
So... Yeah, exactly.
Yes, everyone, make sure if we're going to do stuff like that, we don't aim at that stool. And points to the one where Garnup is.
All right.
Okay, so wait. So I understand. So we set up our alarms. Y'all are hiding in the pocket dimension behind, and you're going to ambush them from behind. I'm inside of the stone, and I'm going to step out of the stone, and we're going to get them from 2 different directions.
Yeah.
I believe that's the
Hit
plan.
them from the front and the back in a totally non-sexual way.
Sexual way.
Smile. Okay, 1 hour. Never mind.
Okay. Y'all get into position. Yaslin, Nicole, and Cora are up in their little rope trick. Kothar, you are in the stone. Garnet, just sit carefully, tweedling his little thumbs, reading a little book about smooth hands. And you wait. Time goes by. It's a little boring. Stakeouts are kind of boring. I am going to need perception checks.
Yeah.
Is this a sight or hearing perception check?
Sight and hearing. Kothar, you can't see shit.
It says I can't see, but I make hearing perception checks with disadvantage.
Okay, then you can do hearing.
I just like if 20 minutes in, y'all just hear in your head, it's really dark in here.
That's what it
Yes,
looks like when you're blind.
Thanks, Kothar.
Yaslin's too busy.
I can't see
looking
or hear
around the rope
shit in
area.
here.
Cora singing, time goes by so slowly.
Cora, you hear Garnup go, you? What I thought? Oh!
Quick, Sam, go to
Was alarm tripped?
Oh, shoot. No.
No.
The alarm does not trip, but you hear a struggle. And then
we see a struggle?
You're inside your dimension, right? Can you?
Yeah, but you can look.
Oh, you can.
It's literally it's like a window. It's like a door under.
So
yeah.
you're point to me the exact point that you are.
Would you like to? What would you like to do with a
I'm-
temple for undefined? Delete or keep? What? Why is it telling me that?
I don't
Oh,
know.
just
ignore it.
say keep. I don't know why that happens. Okay. Cora, will you poke me the precise spot that your rope trick is?
I think it's here.
Right there? Okay. So at first you don't see anything. But you hear, oh no! Then you see underneath you Gurnup with a bag over his head being marched. And then your alarm goes off. Surprise, motherfucker!
That's our cue.
Yeah.
Cora's gonna drop down.
You drop down. You see 3 hooded figures turn. They've got Gurnup. You recognize a face. One of them is one of the employees of Dribble's Emporium. The other one is Glyphic. And the other one, Yaslin, you recognize as Binker Bobel.
Let's bring it.
Okay.
The 2, Glyphic and the employee are going to hurry and start hustling Gurnup, and Binker is going to, like, stand in between and be like, ah.
I come out of the stone, and I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to upcast hold person to 3rd level and try to hold person the 2 of them that are running away.
Okay. Will you...
Are they people?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, as you try to do that, you find that the spell does not affect these beings.
Then it's
Throws a
people!
bottle. Cora throws a bottle of grease.
Yep.
The grease slaps all over the ground. Binker looks at you and smiles. Greasing we are. And then he's going to slap his hands, and grease is going to start pooling around your feet.
Nicole will Misty step past all of them in front of
Should we
the
roll
2
initiative
that
at
are
this
running
point?
away.
Not yet, because I have, like, this is going to be... We can let this bit be chaotic, because this is, believe it or not the climax.
Not the main point.
This is not the climax.
So where are they right now?
They're, like, standing here. You guys kind of, like, came up here. The 2 are going to try to drag him out this way, and Binker is trying to stop you here. And now there's just, like, puddles of ooze everywhere. You notice that the ooze seems to do nothing against these beings' soppy, weird legs.
So did
They
Nicole
start
say
sweating.
he's going after him?
Huh?
Was Nicole going after them physically?
He just teleported.
Yes.
Teleport. Okay. Well, Yaslin will still cast haste on him anyway, just to help him out.
Okay. Nicole, you're hasted.
I have to use my legs like a plebeian and run to the left. Just like the long way.
Okay, you start running around that way. You notice they're trying to hustle Gurnup, who's going, please stop!
It says I can't move because there's a wall.
I'll move you.
I think this is a wall
It's
here.
'cause- it's also probably because this used to be,
Oh.
you could slide down it.
I'm deleting some
Quick
walls.
question. With concentration, do you have to keep eye contact with the target or not?
No.
Like,
No.
You just
Okay,
concentrate on
so-
the spell,
so Yaslin could
not
move
the
down
target.
the same way Kofar went. So
Okay.
go this way.
You guys run around to avoid the slipperies.
Which she can't go because there's a wall there.
Okay, you all have a round to decide what to do.
Sorry, can you denote on the map where they are again?
Oh, yeah. They were heading... You don't know where they arrived from. Though, Cora, you remembering that drain pipe trick that Glyphic did, you assume it must have been
through, not the main entrances, but they are physically walking up this stair to go that, who knows, like to go off that direction.
Could you
But
please move Yasmin down near?
they're currently right here, and I would say that you were down here, but you could misty step up here.
Yeah.
Could you please move Yasmin down near where Kofar is? Because she'd go that way as well, but I can't move her.
Okay.
Thank you.
You are welcome. All right, what do you guys... Cora, what are you doing?
Cora is going to... I'm gonna try to grapple one of them.
Okay. You can run across, but you are going to have to... The grease is on the ground. Mm-hmm. What does grease... Is there a save?
I think it's probably a dex save.
Let me just pull up grease real quick.
Or like fall prone.
A dex save or fall prone. Yeah, okay. Make a dex save as you slide through.
Is guidance to saving throws as well?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's just for skill checks.
Am I within range of Nakul? Do you have
I'm only within 10 feet.
Okay.
It's very short.
26.
You
didn't need my help.
Yeah. All right. Now you rush up. Which one are you trying to grapple? One of the ones grabbing Glyphic or
Yeah, one of the ones grabbing Glyphic.
Okay. Make an attack.
Oh, sorry, not Glyphic. One of the ones grabbing
Sorry, Gurnup.
Yeah, Gurnup, yeah.
The other G name.
Glyphic. Are you grabbing Glyphic?
Sure.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Okay. What kind of attack?
Like if you were making a weapon attack. Not a ranged attack, a melee attack.
Okay. Ooh. 23.
As you put your hands around Glyphic turns, and as he was trying to physically push Gurnup, he reacts like defensively, where you feel him ooze through your arms into a puddle, and it's going to start trying to slip away. I'll let you deal with that in a minute. Yaslin, what are you doing?
So, how many of them are holding Gurnip? Like, was that person now...
Now only one is holding Gurnip.
So, Yaslin is going to cast Chromatic Orb. I think... I was hoping to have Force there, but it doesn't. But yeah, she'll cast it at the other person that's holding him anyway. And do it, I guess.
Okay.
As... I don't know. What would I do against slime? Would it be cold, fire, lightning, or
Freeze
thunder?
the slime, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess in cold.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Not lightning. Not lightning.
Well.
Oh, yeah, it could go
kind of
through.
slime.
It could also go through.
I
into
wouldn't risk
targets,
it.
So, yeah, so it's going to be cold.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Attack.
Speaking of Chromatic Orb, it's so cool in Baldur's Gate. I love
Roll
Chromatic
damage?
Orb. It looks so cool.
I don't think I've tried Chromatic Orb. Doesn't it like
It always
explode?
leaves a surface.
Yeah, it makes a surface unless you choose thunder damage.
Ah,
In which
okay.
case it just does
No.
more base damage.
You
No, it
hit
leaves a surface.
the or the person. His body goes and he quickly lets go of Gurnip, and he's going to turn and start trying to run. Let's see, Nakul.
What can we do to trap a liquid?
Does anyone have a jar?
I do not. I have my helmet. Does that work?
Yeah, sure.
You just scoop him?
I mean, since it's sentient, you'd probably have to have like a lid to put on it.
Or
Just put it on your head.
or
Move it in it.
you could follow.
I will.
Follow it.
None of us can fit through that crack, whatever it is, probably.
I knew I should have taken Misty
Kothar,
form.
you recall your vision of a slimy trail down the roads of Blingdenstone.
Wait, let him go. Wait, no, that's stupid to say out loud. Hold up.
Oh.
I cast message on Nicole and I say, wait, let him go. Trail him.
The cool will follow after him,
Okay.
I guess.
Well, you notice that they leave slime trails.
It's almost like it's acidic, right?
It's almost like it's a gooey, messy slime trail that's fresh and has not been cleaned up as it's scrambling to slip away.
Does the Binker slime, look like he's wanting to fight?
He looks like he's trying to hold you off, like,
Okay.
buy some time. And they don't
So
look
I
like
forgot-
they're heading for any drain pipes.
Also, we have telepathic bond. I don't need to cast message.
Nicole's just gonna ready in action to run to chase after them.
Okay.
That's his turn.
Okay.
Okay, then, Kothar.
Kothar, what do you
Remember,
want to
you also have haste as well.
I
That's
bonus
true.
action cast Expeditious Retreat and get ready to also run after them.
Okay. You guys are a lot faster than them, so this is going to be really
Yeah.
funny. You're just going to be jogging. They're like, what
Jogging.
is it?
Like
You
slow-mo.
can do it! You can make
It's
it!
like, oh my god, King Arthas in that fucking dungeon
Oh god.
when he has to go. What is it? Calling of Stratholm. He's so slow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
In
See,
fact,
I was
so,
actually
okay,
thinking of the
you all
Simpsons where they're
start following Gert, by the way, he like dusts himself off. Well, I'll be, and you all just kind of like stay, and then you start just kind of like walking forward and then waiting, and then walking forward and then waiting, while these like guys run, and so one's a slime and two are in normal form walking. Once in a while they'll run really fast to like hit a rat and then run right all the way back to where they were standing, even if it's like backwards and less progress, and then you all just kind of walk and follow.
Oh no, there's Skyrim AI. Oh gods.
No, when you get too close to them, they stop and they turn and face you and say, "Stop
no.
following me." And then you like back up a little bit, and then they go this like weird loop animation where they go, and then just start like walking towards through the city.
I'm gonna
Can I
cry.
cast?
Oh my god.
Can I cast detect magic on them to see if I can detect magic coming off them, to see if I can identify other people like them?
As you look at them through your detect magic-y eyes, you are not picking anything up. They are not a spell, nor are they
I didn't think so.
magic
but-
items.
This is essentially the same as a random person sucking in their stomach and trying to look different.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But I thought it's still better to. I have to take magic, and I almost never use it. So
These
That's fair.
little guys lead you to the Dorbo residence, where they go into the residence. They like, before they go to the door, they like look around and then walk in, and the door slams behind them. There's no one else
Damn it,
around.
Dorbo.
It's like quiet because it's like 2 a.m.
I'm going. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna turn to Yaslin and I'm gonna say, keep that detect magic up. Detect magic is divination, so
Okay.
If it
It's gonna.
is it blocked? Is this place
Um,
blocked?
It just doesn't, like, you're not detecting anything. You don't know what block, like, whether it's blocked or there's no magical items or spells is unable to tell.
I did just notice detect magic is concentration, which means she would have had to have dropped the haste. But I think
Okay.
haste only lasts for a minute anyway, so it would have been way
Nicole,
past
you
the
suddenly
minute.
go,
He just stops moving.
You're like,
It's temporary.
Yeah.
Get the way off.
It would have been way over a minute anyway, so
you see the little
I think
slime
from the sound
trail.
of it.
You open the door. The slime trail goes off to a closed door that looks an awful lot like a study.
We go.
You open the study. It looks empty, and yet there is a rug that is oddly off-centered.
Conspicuously.
And you see just a little corner of a trapdoor.
So is this Dorbo's residence, you said, or is it the Digomatic residence?
The Digomatic residence.
Can
Alright.
I inspect for alarms or traps?
Roll investigation or perception. Roll perception. And investigation. I don't know. Roll whichever one you want.
Can we all? Because I
Guidance.
think I would. I think Yasmin would have wanted to check as well. And you didn't
Sure.
include your. You didn't include your guidance
Guidance.
either.
Oh, yeah.
I can cast guidance, but all of my skill checks suck, so I will guidance someone else.
13.
Yaslin,
Okay.
you see slime stains all around this cellar.
So I don't see any traps.
No, you don't notice any traps.
Looks safe to me. Should be able to check it. Hopefully.
Do we still see the fresh slime trail?
Yes.
And can I do like a survival check maybe on the ooze? Like I want to find out what kind of ooze this is. Like I understand that it's like, you know, Julie Blix and the slime, but like there are different types of oozes.
You feel like this ooze that it's all the same, but it is a unique thing you haven't seen before. Though it seems like your questions might get answered in the chamber beyond.
Stay tuned. Okie dokie.
I think we should check everything except the obvious trapdoor.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Let's open the door quietly.
You creak the door open, and there's a ladder descending down. It's dark down there.
I have dark vision, DM.
You see, like, fluid is on the floor. And you see more, like, slimy trails kind of leading on. But you're going to have to go down there.
I'm gonna sneak down the ladder and
Okay.
avoid stepping in the gunk on the floor.
Okay.
Yasmin will follow as well.
You slide down the ladder. Before you reach the bottom, you realize that there is a thin layer of gunk covering every corner, every square inch of this place. It is a bit slippery, but it doesn't look harmful. It smells like a swamp down here. It is very humid down here, and it's hot. It's probably like 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and humid, and stinky. All right, I have a map.
Oh, 32 degrees. That's pretty warm.
Yes, it is. The light from the room above you kind of shines down right where the ladder is, and you see dark emanations, or like a green light. You also notice that this room, those who can see in the dark, I think that's everyone but Nicole.
No, Nicole can see it in the dark.
Okay, y'all can see in the dark. You see barrels, stacks and stacks of barrels. All of them are labeled with a single icon that kind of looks like a blob with a bunch of eyeballs in it.
Have
Is
we
it-
seen this icon before? Maybe at that shop.
Yeah, is it the Emporium logo?
It's not the Emporium logo, but it is a symbol that Cora noticed in that creepy letter. Do any of you approach?
The barrels?
Yeah, where are you?
Cora's looking in the barrels, yeah.
So, Cora, as you take a
Barrels.
step forward to identify the barrels, you notice that you go immediately. You just slide forward until you bonk into the barrels.
I did
I
link
see.
Landstride, and I'm wondering if...
Moving through non-magical difficult terrain costs you no extra movement. You can pass through non-magical plants without being slow taking damage. That is good to know. That is not going to stop you. This. Okay.
DM, I would like to be immune to slippery.
Have you? Do you guys remember? You know what? No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna play with you for a little bit.
This is
Okay, so
already
I
giving me
bonk.
vibes of the ice gyms and stuff in Pokemon.
Were you
Just-
lurking in my channel?
Hmm?
Were you lurking in my channel on Wednesday?
I always lurk in your channel, but I don't listen or watch.
Oh, because that was the exact language that I used.
That's hilarious.
Okay, I slide and bonk into the
Yeah,
barrels.
you go. "Whoa," you get a whiff of this nasty slime, but as you like look in, you just see the barrel is filled with. This is like a clear slime, very glittery, but it's like breathing. It's like pulsing, like it's living and squelching and.
Won't be living for long.
Sentient slime. Okay, is this the kind that I can investigate further, or is that all the information that I can get from you?
From this barrel, it's all the information.
Okay. She's gonna... Is it just so I guess I'm gonna play test it. I'm gonna try to stand up. What happens?
Oh, you didn't fall. You just slid like skates.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
Oh, I thought it was like on my butt. Like I thought I would like Scooby Doo, like doop,
Oh,
doop,
I
doop,
mean,
and then
if
like
you,
fell
if
on my
you
butt.
wanna, no, you like slid, like you took one step and you couldn't stop, and you went boop.
Like on skates.
Yeah,
Okay.
you go boop, and then like when you try to turn back around, you go boop, and then you go boop, boop.
So it is like the
no.
ice gym.
Okay. I'm gonna
my
get one of those little when you're like a novice skater, you know, and like the bars that you use to hang on to so that you can control. Yeah, I'm gonna get one of those.
Do you have one of those?
Yeah, I always carry one on me.
No, you
Keep
cannot.
that motherfucking
You
thing
are-
on me.
I set this map up specifically for this.
Checking to see what I have here to get past it.
Okay, do any of you want to move? If you move, you
Yeah.
have to
Hear
go
anybody?
in a continuous straight line until you hit
we-
something.
Until you hit
We
something.
hear something from the darkness.
You hear like this kind of like the sound of magical emanations, but you don't see anything magical.
If I go this way, can I aim for the corner of the wall?
No diagonals, because
No
I didn't
diagonals.
design
No
it. I didn't
diagonals.
design it for
Okay.
diagonals. I should have thought
Got
of that.
it.
I cast
Okay, so-
clairvoyance over there.
What is
And-
is that divination?
So-
Boop.
Yes.
It gets sputtered
Oh.
out immediately.
This is the place that I saw in the vision. This is the linchpin.
You love that word.
Yeah,
Cora
learned this
immediately.
word.
What's a linchpin?
I'll explain later, but it's very, very important.
That's why my detect magic isn't working anymore.
Nicole's just gonna slide all the way forward.
I'm following. I'm following.
Cora's stuck like what's it called too? Like air hockey too, just back and forth.
Oh
like,
god. Oh,
Boop.
Yeah.
as he slides by, he's just gonna be like rubbernecking, looking into the
Yeah.
side channels.
You see just bunches of crates.
Cora's gonna ask Yaslin if she can hitch a ride on Yaslin as she as she goes by.
Timing.
So we can time it right, yeah.
So we're
Yaslin,
just gonna
you go
run into each other.
You go straight, and I'm gonna push myself so that I catch onto you, and then woo. Okay, now we're going the same direction.
Okay. All of you.
Wait, does
you're all
this
good.
go all the way across?
What does
Does
what?
this go all the way across? I was over
that
here,
stops
so
To the
there.
barrel. Yeah.
yeah. So it doesn't stop on these walls.
No. I couldn't figure
Cool.
that out.
What do we see, DM?
You see barrels and barrels and barrels, but you keep passing what looks to be a giant, like, effigy of a great, weird, featureless eyeball monstrosity and a sacrificial bowl.
If I stop here, can I see it?
If
So-
you can see it on the map, you can see it.
Oh,
If we go
okay.
slide into each other, does that mean we stop? Like we don't collide into each other? So like if we keep on going
We
along,
go the
like,
opposite directions.
Yeah, you
Yo.
go-
Yes.
Okay. No, me and Nicole are gonna run into each other at the same time. Ready? Okay. 3,
All
2,
right.
1. Near. We stop. We stop. And
And we
run
hold on
away.
to each other so nobody. Oh no!
You
We hold on to
land.
each other so none of us move.
Yeah.
Yaslin, I hold out a hand for Yaslin.
as
What you see?
Take
Okay,
it.
that's fine. Fair. You're all in front of this
Okay.
thing. You see the bowl. You see lots of slime splatters. Even though you can't detect the magic, there is something that feels so evil and rotten about this. It seems like this statue thing and sacrificial bowl seems to be a place where slime is brought, consecrated, and then shipped out.
Did
Then
we do something to disrupt this?
you all hear a familiar voice. Well, well, well. And standing at the ladder, base of the ladder, is Dorbo. Looks like the jig is up. My old friends. I'm sorry that I have to kill you now. But
Yeah. The
you
question is,
can
does it-
consider it payback. And suddenly, out of the barrels, the gnomes that you were chasing up here, they slide out. I'm just going to use this for Dorbo for now. I would like to say, I forgot to mention, Yaslin, Sheila could not fit down here.
Yeah,
So Sheila
I
is
thought you
outside.
said that about the last place as well.
Yeah.
Like
Alright.
all of Blingdenstone.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, I'm putting you all in combat. We have...
You just want to kill Yaslin easier.
It's just... certain... Sheila's gone! Alright, roll initiatives. And there are 30 minutes left in the session, or 20 minutes left in the session. So do you guys want to just do a few rounds of combat? Or do you want to wait until next week?
I think we could probably kill him in 1 or 2 rounds. Cora's here.
We
Damn.
can do a couple rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do some rounds.
Let's do some rounds. Excellent. Okay, let me just take a look at a thing.
Cora goes first.
Me.
Cora, you go first.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Cora, what are you doing?
Where's my good pal Dorbo?
This guy represents
one.
Dorbo.
Okay.
I don't see him on the initiative.
That's fine because he's gonna be this is a special thing.
Cool.
Okay. Okie dokie.
You know what we haven't done in a minute?
What's
Ah.
that?
Yeah. Music.
Well, there was
Music.
music playing.
Yeah.
But we haven't had Out of the
Had the
Abyss
fight
play.
music.
Hunter's Mark.
Okay, so you cast Hunter's Mark on Dorbo.
Yeah.
Okay. You do have to attack him before you roll damage, though.
Yes, I do. Oh, 25.
Yes, that hits.
9 plus
Okay.
6 plus...
15.
Ooh, nice. 7.
So
Did you-
15 plus 7.
Did you include your guidance?
No,
Guidance.
guidance
On
doesn't
what?
add to damage, no.
I know, it's just we're always forgetting it, so I had to say it.
Oh, that was so close to
19?
being on that 20.
That hits.
Is Hunter's Mark 1d6? I always forget it is, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't you have a spell for that, or?
Yeah.
Shoot a
I wanna
cast.
roll it every time, yeah.
Yeah.
Extra 14.
Okay.
And then... 23.
Okay. Okay, Yaslin, you just
Karen
got
played this card.
a Spirit
Yaslin.
of Charisma. You get a d6 to any skill check. Your next skill check that involves Charisma. Okay. All right, you just let 3 arrows fly into Dorbo. Pulls it out. Instead of red blood, green flecks out of him. But then, red blood does start to soak his tunic.
Oh no.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Cora? Okay. Yeah, Nicole.
Can I just get that number again? How much was it?
How much was what?
The Spirit of Charisma.
D6.
D6.
1d6.
1d6.
Okay, Nicole.
Oh. God damn it. So when we move, we slide, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, for 2 rolls. Thank you, Return.
Okay. Cool is going to let go of Cora's, like,
Oh, I forgot to mention, when you slide in combat, you do get double your move speed because you're sliding really fast. So it does eat up speed as you move, but you can't turn until you hit something
if-
solid.
What if we like... Have you seen the movie? I think it's called Whip It? the roller skating
Oh,
movie
no.
with Elliot Page, where I grab onto Nicole and like
yeah, can
fling
I drag
'em.
them with me also?
Uh,
Is that also
no,
a
but
thing?
like to help you. Oh, maybe. But like to help you change direction potentially, or like throw you.
I'd say
in
you
a-
could use your reaction to whip someone,
Hell yeah.
To turn.
Okay.
I see.
but it's a reaction.
Okay. You know what? Nicole's gonna stay close to our dear friends here so he can offer his aura for them. So instead he's going to aim for what's his face? The not Dorbo? I don't know, the now bleeding Dorbo.
Yeah, you can call it. I know what you mean if you say
Fake bow? Fake
Yeah.
bow?
Fake bow.
Fake bow. With Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I like the
Uh,
animation for that too in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it's so cool. It sounds super nice too.
Sounds like
So
gunshots.
it's 3? 2. It's still just 2. 2 beams. Normal. Unfortunately, I can't smite because it's a ranged attack, but that's okay.
Yes! I mean, no!
Okay.
10 force damage. That is one of the rays. And I will direct the second ray at him again.
Okay. That hits.
Is it? Okay. Normal. 7 damage. Alright.
Okay. You see him grab his body and start coughing up blood, kind of like drops to one knee, holding onto the ladder, gasping for air.
Does it seem like he is taken over by an ooze, like possessed, or does it seem like he is
Roll insight.
like okay. Normal. 21.
It's
Is he possessed or is he corrupted?
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that actually.
Well, if someone was able to melt away to a puddle of
Is
slime,
his
I'd think
even
it'd be a
Dorbo?
replacement.
Dorbo's
Yeah.
personality is completely different.
Okay.
I would say it's different, and yet there is something familiar that you can't quite put your finger on. Okay.
Can I put 2 and 2 together and say, "Are you the new Pudding King?"
Is that what you say to him?
Yes.
A voice cuts into your and yours alone, your head. There is only one Pudding King. Kothar,
He's the
it's your
Pudding
turn.
King.
I am going to slide up to this barrel, and I'm gonna look. Oh, there's a fourth. Oh shit. Cool. Anyway.
Wait, you didn't see that?
No,
No, I can't see it.
Oh, okay. I guess you couldn't see it. Okay. Yeah.
I'm actually trying to wonder now. There's more like here. And
I
here.
don't know.
There might be.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide up so that I'm like face to face with him, or like I'm within a sight line looking directly at him.
So you're sliding all the way?
Just up.
Like
No.
You can't
No,
control.
Well, no, I slid. I was right here, and then I just slid up and hit the barrel.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry.
I was right.
I'll
I
let
was
you
right.
do it. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought you said you were
I
going to
was
slide all the
here.
way up. Gotcha.
I was here, and then I slid up here.
Perfect.
So I'm like looking directly at him, and I'm going to say to him, "We killed you once." And as he says that, he raises his hands, which begin to glow with like bright, holy, like golden light, and he says, "By tomorrow's light, we shall do it again." And he thrusts his hands down, and a ray of sunlight just descends from the heavens on him. And I'm gonna cast Dawn.
What does Dawn do?
Too bad we don't have Dawnbringer.
Oh my god, boom.
Whoa!
I cast it
That's
like
so
that.
pretty.
It is a 30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder of sunlight that descends down upon this area. All creatures need to make a Constitution saving throw, or take 4d10 radiant damage, or half as much on a success.
Okay. Roll the damage. Look at these
30.
holy little. All right. These culty boys also go kind of like turn as the sunlight hits them. They did make their save. They will take half damage. Dorbo grabs at his face and screams this high-pitched scream. It's bright! Sticky no like bright! And he kind of falls onto his hands and knees and starts coughing like copious amounts of blood into a black, thick, like coagulated blood starts pooling underneath him as he's hacking up.
Can I delete this effect?
It is a concentration that lingers, so it's just there, and I can use my bonus action to move it on my subsequent turns.
Do they take turns every time?
They
When the cylinder appears.
When they end its turn from now on within the cylinder.
Gotcha.
So basically, if they can't stand in there if
So
they
it's
don't want
a
to
really,
take damage.
really big moonbeam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. That is a huge.
Does it only affects enemies?
No, it
Cora
affects
looks
everyone.
at Kothar with just like heart eyes, like Kothar just manifested the biggest shiny she's ever seen.
His
Just
hands are
Blindingly
glowing.
shining.
His hands are glowing with the same like golden radiant light too, as he's like sustaining this.
Amazing.
Blink.
Let me see something real quick.
Cora, you shouldn't stare at the sun.
To be fair to her, it's kind of hard right now.
Wait, is that class in sunlight?
It's sunlight within
Yeah.
the cylinder, not outside.
So I can look into it fine. Okay.
Okay, yes, Lance, your turn.
Oh, great.
Shiny.
I think so. If I moved here and then go north, would I just
Yeah.
be there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to be there, and then I'm going to cast Mirror Image,
Okay.
and that's it for my turn. Because unfortunately, I can't do anything else. But I will turn around.
I lean over to Yaslin and I say, "You have to teach me how to do that one day."
Oh, it's very easy for me.
All right. This is Glyphic. Starts swirling his hands around, green energy forming in his fingertips as he prepares to cast a spell.
And Yaslin is going to try and cast Counterspell. Although, is that divination?
I don't think so. It's abjuration. I
No.
think.
It should be
Abjuration, yep.
abjuration.
So yeah,
Okay.
Yasmin will cast it.
What do you have to roll?
If it is a
What
4th level
level
or
do
higher,
you-
I have to roll.
Okay. Please roll.
And what do I roll again?
Your spell casting ability check. So charisma, a charisma check.
Ability check.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's a fail.
Do you have an inspiration?
Actually, I probably do have an inspiration from last time because I think Proof gave everyone inspiration, didn't he?
Do you have
So
it?
I haven't ticked on my thing, so I'd still have it. Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Go
yeah.
ahead. Re-roll.
Reroll that again.
Good
And
thing you have
18.
that.
So it'd be a 10 plus spell levels would be
Yes.
the DC.
Yes.
Landshark X played this card.
Landshark?
Kothar.
Just gave Kothar a Bane, which you get a D4 die that you can use against the enemy to subtract from their attack roll, skill check, or saving throw.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
You reach forward and snap your fist closed as the magic bursts and dissipates from his hand, and he growls.
What
then-
do you do about it?
He slides back while the next cultist, the employee that was like yelling at Gurnip, starts forming his magic. We can do this about it. And he's gonna cast a spell.
Speaking without permission.
Last time it actually took me a moment to realize you're saying, "Hey, does anyone want a counterspell?" So it's like, "Oh yeah, counterspell."
I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw as a poisonous gas fog begins creeping up and attacking your lungs.
Everyone gets a +4
Yay.
to their save.
Okay. Nakul and Yaslin made your save. Cora Kothar, you failed. I am going to roll the damage. If you succeeded, you're going to take half damage. And if you fail, you're going to take full damage. And let me see if there's any other...
This.
This is Cloud Kill.
Okay.
Oh.
The area is now
That's
heavily
okay.
obscured, so you're also blind.
That's I haven't heard of since Baldur's Gate 1 or 2.
I'm trying to see if you get poison or anything. No, I think it's just the cover. It's going to do damage. And I think it only does damage initially, and then it's just a big cloud. That's really annoying. Okay, so here's the damage.
Which one cast that?
You can't see him anymore.
That one?
Okay,
that one?
hold on.
Yeah, does
We
the
wouldn't know
one
where
that's
he
in
was,
there
but-
with
This
us?
one.
Okay. Does he also take damage? Because he's in the cloud?
You are not sure.
I see.
Can't see.
Darn.
Damage?
The damage was 20 poison damage.
And we take half if we fail.
If you saved.
succeeded.
Succeed.
Yes. Now this guy is going to also cast a spell. It's going to hurl a vitriolic spear at you.
Damn.
I need you
Can
to
he
make...
see into the thing?
He doesn't have to target anything. It is an area of effect.
Yeah,
But
you point it
also-
somewhere.
Also, Cora remembers that Glyphic sensed her presence.
Just within 60 feet. Got it.
Yes. It's not a DC 10, that's a mistake. It's a
fine.
DC 15.
You also get the +4.
Okay.
So just a deck save.
Yes. As this giant, like, acid ball is lobbed at you. Oh, and Kothar, make sure you make a concentration save for both.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I rolled a 16 for my first con save and kept going.
Okay.
And then I'll roll again when you roll damage.
Okay. Did you all... I feel like we're missing...
I didn't.
Okay, you all made
So-
it. Let me roll damage.
Okay.
45.
So-
Wait, no, it's
It
not 45.
is 30.
It's 30.
It's 30, and then none of you will take the 15 after that. So please take 30 acid. Nicole, obviously, you take half.
It's half the initial damage on a successful save and no damage at the end of its next turn, is what the spell says.
So it'd be,
So-
it'd be
Oh,
15 damage.
We take
15.
15.
Okay. Good for you guys.
Nice.
The
Okay.
most damage Cora's ever taken, just so you know.
You all look, Dorbo, who is still, like, choking. He grasps at his chest and then collapses. It suddenly falls silent. You telepathically hear a voice. You destroyed my puppet. I don't need him, though. I can overpower you on my own. I will seek my revenge. The Lord Juiplix has given me another chance. And out of the ears of Dorbo, a yellow liquid slime starts draining, like his brain is melting through, and it starts to coalesce and form. It grows, towering, glowing seemingly from within, and a giant ooze appears over the body of Dorbo. And you hear
Crazy
the
because we can't see.
No.
Yeah, we can't see this, but that's okay.
Actually,
In an
I
alternate
hear
universe.
lots of sloshing
Yeah,
and squishing.
I
What's
hear
going
hear-
on?
slimy.
you hear sloshing and squishing. And that's actually funny because this thing can become invisible at will. So it's gonna do that.
So,
Oh,
when would they take the door damage?
I'm not done with my monologue.
Okay.
Save your questions for after. I lost my train of thought. What's your question?
Sorry. When do they take the dawn damage?
At the beginning of their turn, but
At the
don't
end.
worry,
At the end of
don't
their
worry.
turn.
I've got. You don't have to. I've got it.
Okay.
This is the end of the initiative. You feel a psychic scream through your heads, and the very familiar voice of the Pudding King, lashes and laughs at all of you in your mind telepathically. And this is where we're going to end things so that you can now participate in phase 2 of our combat. Good job, everyone. I hope Cora doesn't die.
Sorry
We
for
would
interrupting.
like to
Yeah, just
point out that this guy ended his turn there.
he hasn't had a turn.
Has he
I
not?
think this is
thought
an
he-
initiative 20 thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually,
Perfect.
what about?
I
what
haven't-
about
Yeah,
I
he
haven't
cast
rolled-
it twice.
I haven't rolled his initiative yet.
No. This, you've had all 3 of the cultists go.
Oh, so they have to take some damage from that. Can you just roll the dawn damage? Or what's the save?
It's a con save, DC 17.
Okay, I'll just do that real quick.
Well, that's why I was asking.
I know.
'Cause I thought,
Yep.
I just
Yeah.
let's wait until after the,
I'm
the
just,
moment.
yeah, I'm just so sorry about that.
It's okay. Okay. What is the save?
17 con.
Okay. And then okay, they made their save. 17. What's half of 17? 9. Excellent. That is a wild spell.
I love it.
I
It's
know.
so cool.
It's like HP bar would be nice. So I don't have HP bars for a reason. I like to keep it secret. But yeah. Didn't you beat the pudding before? That's what they thought. They thought he died. Maybe they'll find out what happened next time on Out of the Abyss. Let's do some golden buzzers real quick. Starting
Is-
with Kothar.
This week's hard. I think I'm gonna have to give it this time. Come back to me. Come back to me.
Nicole.
Hmm.
Cora? Oh, okay. Cora.
Cora. Yeah, Cora.
Cora. Okay. Cora.
It's really hard. Everyone did really good.
I know. I think it was really smart to talk to Jadar, which I wouldn't have just on my own going there. So I think that gave us some really valuable information. I'm gonna give it to Nicole.
Okay. Yaslin.
So hard to decide. I think what?
Sorry, no, my cat was standing on my keyboard and hit something that made my
Hail.
computer go
Ah.
a little bit haywire.
Oh.
Can I ask quickly, what was that rock thing that you did? Because
The stone speakers, the
where Kofar was in the rock, because that sounded very interesting.
It's melded into stone. It's a 3rd level spell.
I think I'll give it to Profile for that.
Okay.
For using it in an
It was
interesting
really
way.
cool and creative.
I wasn't here when it was done, so I just wanted to know what that was from. So
Kothar?
I gotta give it to Kothar. Or no, Cora. Oh my god. I gotta give it to Kothar. I'm gonna give it to Cora for rope trick.
For rope tricks? Aww.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Excellent. All right. Cora, I just marked you down for an inspiration for next week. Y'all get to keep your inspirations because we're in the middle of a very tricky encounter. And then Kothar, don't forget about your Bane.
So about that, I'm not gonna be here next week.
Oh, that's right.
Do you want me just to delete Dawn now?
Sure.
Yeah.
Just because it's going to give me a headache.
I put down in the channel what I was given as well. The Spirit of Charisma.
Cool.
So that way I remember it.
And then I guess next week Buff and Poof will be here, so I'm gonna have to fill them in on what happened and also maybe make some adjustments to the combat because having 2 full health characters just pop in the middle of an encounter makes a difference. Actually, I might reduce their
bring them
HP.
down to HP, yeah.
Yeah, like take off like
relative
10% of their hit points or something.
Well, it's
They
still the
slid
first
on their way
turn,
down
so...
over here and
Yeah,
like
but you guys took
slammed into a
little
wall.
bit of damage.
No, I'm saying it's still the first turn, so they could technically take damage and have their turn.
Sure.
Still.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, yeah, you guys are taking damage. Hoo. Lovely. All right, guys, I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to let you go free. I'm going to go have some wine with my in-laws. I love you all so much. Thanks for letting me be a part of this with you. Bye.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.